Okay. Hello. 1 second, just need to capture the Discord video. A window capture, not a audio capture. 2 hours, or actually, look at my calendar. Just for the 2 lessons. Okay, can you say something?
Hello?
Okay, that should be good to go. Okay. Sorry about that. Just trying to make sure everything is being captured properly.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. The today's a 1 hour lesson, right? The 2 hour one I think is the second one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
1 hour.
Okay. So last time we talked, Crane's Nest, Bohane, Tiger's Mouth. Okay, looks like connect problems, ladder problems, and Crane's Nest problems. Did you do those?
I did, yeah.
Okay, good, good, good. You,
I did all of the beginner ones. I'm just checking now. I think there was more added to the site, so I'll go back and do the rest of them.
yeah, we're trying to add like some every week, ideally.
Okay. Okay.
So right now the problem site's at 2,900. We need it to be like 10 to 20,000. So got a ways to go.
Okay.
Okay, trapping opponents close to the edge. Were you able to work on this particular thing?
Yeah, and then
Cuts liberties,
some,
trap them against the edge.
yeah, I've kind of been keeping that in mind as I've surrounded a
Mhm.
group. I think there's going to be a game that you see where I fail that. But yeah, I'm trying to keep that in mind when capturing.
Okay, what about this one? Don't fix Tiger's mounts. They are not cutting points. Because I remember that one
I've
being one of your favorite things to do.
Yeah, I've also been trying to keep cognizant of that as well. Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. So which game would be a game to look at?
Um, well, so that loss right there is
Okay,
the one where I didn't capture the group.
okay.
View started.
Um, you are white. Like we got a rank, so it's that. Got our starting point. Okay. I forget. Have you watched the Classy Approach series at all? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Shinobi, very good. Okay. So you played a Hane. Did you check the cutting point? Okay. Okay. What is the answer for this one? Oh crap! Hold on, I forgot that thing. Yeah, go ahead and look at this for a second. Um, Right. Did you figure out an answer?
Okay. Yeah, I think I was gonna push him to the right.
To the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then H10.
Here?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a little blurry for the stream. Okay. Sorry, it's the M.
All right. If it's
Oh,
blurry, I just have to turn it back on. It's a Discord annoying thing. Is
okay.
that better?
Oh, way better. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's a Discord thing. It likes to just say I quit. So I have to turn it back
Okay.
on.
Okay. And then M10.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And then I think this is where I was getting into trouble.
Right. So this one is not the
Oh.
shape that you're looking for. It can be
Oh,
okay, but
okay.
this is too many moves. There's an easier one. If you push it this way, this one you should recognize.
Oh. Okay. I see it.
Okay. So this is the direction. It's because you have the extra stone here, but not here. That's the difference. 2 versus 1. You want to trap it with the stronger side. Okay,
I see.
but it's
Okay.
fine. You checked it, which is good. So the habit's the most important. The rest is just learning as we go. Okay. Um, be very careful about when you have a solution for a cutting point and you respond to something else that has taken a liberty. Losing a liberty can sometimes change this result. So now if we do the exact same thing, it's different. That is because we've lost the liberty. Be careful about that.
Mm.
Oh, okay, let's see what your plan was. Okay, okay. Yep, yep. Oh,
And
so
that's
close.
where I messed up. Yeah.
Oh, you did so good though. This was great. You okay, okay. Everything's here is good. You just didn't see this. But okay, it was
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty
and
good.
I counted the liberties on left, and I thought I was okay. So I was like, okay, well then I'll just play in a little
Yeah.
bit. But
It feels like it's okay, but then when you realize that you only have 2 here and it's crap.
yeah.
No, yeah, I think habit-wise this is really good. You just, learn a new Go problem. There is another answer which is to go here and then ladder. So this will be ladder Go problems.
Okay.
Okay. But no, I think you did pretty good here. You read it, you tried to play it. It looks like you read pretty far. So now it's just the shape, and that's what we do Go problems for. And we never stop doing Go problems.
Okay.
Okay, this is not good. At this point, you should realize you're dead. Right here, you should know, oh, I'm trapped. But then you kept playing it. Don't finish dead sequences. Just move on.
Okay.
Because you're just adding to the dead stuff. Humans have a tendency to try to finish things because humans just need that it's done feeling, but actually finishing it is making it worse. So
Okay.
it's already done. We just need to move on. Okay, so let's take a step back and reevaluate. We've made a mistake. Let's reevaluate. So what do you do? What do you think about?
Um, I think just getting better at calculating the opening. Um,
Mm. No. I mean,
also,
like, we are
oh,
playing this
oh,
game. We are white.
got it.
We've just made a mistake. Now, what do we have to reset and reevaluate the board? What's the first thing we do? The first thing we think about?
Um, I was thinking, I have the sides been played, like just kind of going through the other questions that are brought. So I thought maybe playing the side that I have a stone
Sides are
in.
big move.
Yeah.
We are skipping defense and offense.
Okay.
Defense first. Do we have any weak groups? Does our opponent have any weak groups? Then it's open corners, open sides framework. So when we make a mistake, we have to stop and reevaluate. Now, do we have any weak groups? Because a lot of the times the answer is yes, even though it wasn't. But when we make a mistake, the results change. So I think
Yeah.
at this point, these 3 stones are now weak because black is completely fine. These 3 stones do not have any eye space, and they're actually touching the opponent. So they have low liberties and no eye space. Does that make sense?
That does. Yeah. When playing it, I kind of just said, oh, that whole side is probably dead. So, which is probably why I
Yeah, so let's
played something
imagine
else.
this. Imagine this.
Mhm.
Um, Now does it kind of become more clear that these are weak? They're not
Yeah.
trapped, so they're not dead. If they're trapped, that's a different thing. But if they're not trapped, you need to try to save your groups until we figure out otherwise.
Okay.
So I think at this point, we want to defend these three. What do you think we should do to uh, get these out to help these?
Um, let's see. Feels like if I play N10, then I'm just gonna get surrounded on the other side. So maybe playing down like L9 or something like that.
Good. Can you move faster? Can you go down more lines?
Oh,
Can we go here?
no.
Why not?
Oh, I'm not sure.
So, what is the rule of thumb? Why we're going down to get our support with our friend, right? So we need to know how
hmm
far we can go. So, like, what is stopping us from like going right here? Whatever. Does this help the three stones? And how do we know if it helps or not?
Um, not sure.
The idea is, can you be cut or surrounded? So if we start looking at this type of stuff or this stuff, or
hmm
the idea is you can get surrounded, and three did not help these because three has been cut off from the group. So if three gets
Okay.
cut off, three doesn't help them. So we have to make sure that we're staying connected while we run. So sure, this is connected, absolutely, can't be cut, but it's only one line. So if we can go 2 lines, even better. If we can go 3 lines and not get cut, even better. We can go 4 lines
hmm
and not get cut, even better. But it gets a little bit more complex than that as we go that far. But so I think here or here, this is the simplest. I think this is probably just okay. The reading here is very easy. Um, so I think that just go for a 1 point jump. The idea here, though, we identified a weak group. We're going to save it. We want to go towards our friends or towards the open section. And in order to do that, we want to go as far as we can, as many lines as we can, without getting cut. Did that make sense?
Yeah, and so these 1 point or 2 point jumps allow that to happen faster.
Exactly.
Is that the idea? Okay.
Yes. You want to go as many lines as you can, but you cannot get cut. That is the key. But one line
Right.
at a
Okay.
time, it's a little bit slow. So it's all about that balance. Okay, see, your opponent tries to finish things too. um, why did you play here if you were thinking about open sides?
Um, well, I guess my thought was that I have a stone already on the bottom right, and there is other live stones on the top right, so
Okay, so you
maybe
were
playing
thinking
to this
defense.
side. I guess in some ways, yes, but not necessarily like actively attempting to save the stones.
That's
Um,
not good then. You have to pick one thing and do
yeah.
it well. Don't try to
Okay.
like I'm gonna have to do this, have to do that, or whatever. No, just pick one thing, do it right. So if you're gonna play
Okay.
defense, play defense. If you're gonna play big move. Because if you try to do multiple things, you're gonna do neither very well. So the idea here is we already said defense, but you were thinking big move. So let's switch gears and say what is the big move? So open corners, we already have that. Open sides. Which sides have no stones between the corner moves?
Um, the left side, the bottom side,
Yeah.
and the right.
Oh, so where was the move here? Like it was the 3 4 points, so right here.
Yeah.
Is there stones between these two stones?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So just
Yeah.
the
So
bottom and the left. Okay.
you could say that these stones are looking at this side. So this is not an empty side.
Okay.
So big move, I would choose the left or the bottom. Okay. Three threes. Okay. Okay. So you were trying to block your eye space, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is okay. Let's read it. Atari. Block. Not to be captured. 2-1.
Okay.
You can block with the Hane when the cut does not work. You can push the cut to the edge, then this is better because we get more space. Okay, not dying is good. When possible, get up to the third line. This one's a little bit tricky. You got to be careful, though. Have to read the liberties. So if you're unsure about the liberties, sure, don't get cut, don't die. It's number one. But when you can, when you feel comfortable, you want to get to that third line. Second line's not where we want to be if possible.
Okay.
Okay, your opponent's trying to go all out to kill you. This is not good. You're going for the eyes. So step 1's make a base, step 2 is run away, step 3 is make the eye space bigger, and step 4 is play the vital point. So you're playing step 4, and we're at step 2. Does that make sense?
And step 2 is making the base.
No, step 1 is make the base.
Oh.
Step 2 is run away.
Okay.
Do you know what a base is?
No, and it was actually going to be one of the questions because I saw your website and
Mhm.
the diagram, and I didn't understand what the base was.
A base is efficient eye space. So third line is usually where we want our stones to be to live. Not always the case, but that's a good starting point. So we want to go as, like we mentioned on the right, we want to go as far as we can without getting cut. Generally, the rule of thumb is however many stones high plus one. So
Lane
here
Hago just followed.
you are 1 stone high, and you want to plus one that, so that's 2. So you jump over 2 lines. Okay, so and here you're 2 stones high, jump 3 lines. And what this means is I am surrounding space right here for future eyes as efficiently as I can. I'm going as many lines as I can. So this is efficient, right? This
Mhm.
is not a base because it's not efficient. It's a one space jump. So it's more connected, but I would say this is eye space, not a base, because a base is efficient eye space, not the other way around. So what this represents, though, is how far I can go without getting cut. So if we place 2 stones, go right here. The reason we can go to this one is if white tries to cut us, we surround white and white gets blocked by that extra stone.
Mm.
Here, if white tries to cut us, we can actually surround this stone. Or we can connect under. So the idea is we can save this group. We have options to think about. So 1 stone jumps
Okay.
2, 2 stones jumps 3, and as we get on the bigger boards, we can talk about. So that is a base. It's efficient eye space.
Okay.
Second line is not going to be efficient eye space because it's just not efficient. So in this case, we need to be running away. We're getting surrounded. We don't want to get surrounded, so we want to run away. Break out of black's encirclement.
Okay.
Here you can live, but your opponent gets to surround all your stuff. You've gotten 2 points and black gets a massive wall. So that is a bad exchange, so it's better to just run away. But your opponent got greedy, so you broke out anyway. And your opponent's dying. Good, good. Double Atari. Very nice. Take the outside one. The inside's already trapped.
Yeah, I spent some time on that one. I didn't know which was the best way to
Mhm.
do it.
You
But
take the one that can escape.
okay.
They're both cutting you. If it was a cutting stone, then sure, that one's priority. But they're both cutting you. So whichever one you take is going to save you. So you take the one that can escape. Ooh, this one's not good. Why'd you play here?
Um, I guess I was thinking it made an eye.
Why do you need an eye?
Honestly, probably because I was scared because of what happened on the upper right corner. So
So we have one eye right here. We have another eye right there. 2 in a row is 1 eye. We have an eye right here,
Oh,
and you're making. Oh, I think you think this is a false eye, maybe.
yeah.
Either way, you don't need 4 eyes. You need 2.
Okay.
So as long as you can't lose an eye, you're fine. So this, you want to just do more go problems to gain confidence. That way you know 100% you're alive. That way you can leave. So the better life and death you have, or the better your rating is, or the more go problems you do, the more
Shen Mike just
moves you get on
raided
the
with
board.
37 viewers.
Okay.
So if I know that I'm alive, I can play elsewhere. If I don't, then I have to go fix, and my opponent gets to play elsewhere. So the more go problems you do, the more moves you get. So this one's a
Okay.
wasted move because we are not cuttable and we are already alive. Okay. Touch Nobi. Yep. Block. It's all fine. We got our eye space. We're connected. And now we need to get to the left, unless you want to save these. Okay, you've given them up. They're gone. Get to the left. Gotta get to the left. Last chance. About to be. The door's about to shut if we don't get over there. Okay, you can go here. Not cuttable. Okay, this will be in-game stuff. Okay, we're not ready for that yet. Then fine. Ah, this is strange. Why'd you go here?
I figured playing the top left was probably too small. If I was gonna
Why?
try to do there's oh,
Okay, tell me what you're seeing here. I wanna look through your eyes. What are you seeing?
yeah. So, in my mind, the whole top left middle section is pretty much his right now.
Okay.
And I have a few cut points that maybe I can connect to. Um, and so I guess the idea was to just play closer to them because then maybe I could make something happen.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting. Um, that is more true on the 9x9. So 13 by 13, what we're talking about right now is an invasion. And what that means is we are going to a point that our opponent can surround us. So if our opponent
mhm.
can surround our move, it's an invasion. Okay? So this is definitely not going to be an open side because there's too many black stones everywhere. We're going to get surrounded. When we are thinking invasion, there are 2 starting points. Play the 3/3 or approach a single stone on the 4th line. So don't approach that stone. That's a wall. Approach this one up here. So
Mm.
these are 2 good starting points. You want to be on the 3rd line with an invasion when possible. Okay? What you're looking for on the 3rd line is eye space because you're already surrounded. So you can't do step 1, you can't make a base, and you can't do step 2, you can't run away. There's no escape. You're surrounded. So you're at step 3, which is make eye space, which you need to do on the 3rd line as much as possible, and then we'll play Vita Point later. So when you see these cutting points, this is what we learned at the 9x9. These cutting points can activate when your opponent plays in your area. That is a very good
Mhm.
instinct to have. Let's take it a step further. We want to invade, and we see potential for cutting points. When you're thinking invade, you want to try to be clever and see if these cutting points can help the invasion. If it does not, save them for later because they might help it in the future. But if you try to activate
Mm.
the cutting points right now when you don't have a follow up, then you're going to get in trouble. So I would say these 2 triangles are our starting points. And what we're looking for is trying to make these cutting points help us make eye space. And if they don't, let's save it.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm. So this one I think is too high because making eyes in the center is the hardest place to make eyes. Have you ever seen this example?
Jin Jin Dog just followed.
Yeah,
Okay,
it takes like 12 or something like that to make in the middle.
it takes double the amount of moves from the corner to the middle. But
Yeah.
the idea is you can surround stuff faster with the edge. This is also true for eyes. So if we're trying to make eyes, there's an eye, there's an eye, there's an eye. So the difference in the amount of moves it takes is very important when we have to live as fast as possible because we're surrounded, our opponent's trying to kill us. So we want to go in the places that have the most room to live. Typically, at this level, the 3-3, a lot of crap can go down at the 3-3. So if you're in a situation where your opponent's like really ginormous, 3-3 is kind of like this grenade, and you're not sure where it's going to land. Because the life and the. Oh, did I just close my browser? No, I hit F11. What the heck? Oh, that's annoying. Which F key keeps closing my browser? I keep accidentally hitting an F key and everything just dies. Go back to the game. Okay, we were here. Lost all my windows. Really annoying. Okay. What was I saying before I killed myself?
I think you were, yeah, right there. But pretty much playing the 3-3 can lead to unexpected results at my highest
Right.
level.
So the life and death at the 3-3 is very difficult. Pretty much until dawn level. And even at dawn level it can be pretty difficult. But the main variations, typically single digit Q players have to study quite a bit to learn them all. So at this level, you are very likely to run into a situation where you might be able to live. Because
Okay.
nobody knows how to do the 5Q to 1 dawn life and death problems, right? So there's a lot of potential at the 3-3 because there's 2 edges to work with. There's many ways that can accidentally live. But if you have a lot of room over here, a lot of cutting points to work with, this might also be fine. So these are the ideas you want to think about. And then you want to pick the one that works on the board because it's always going to be different. There's
Okay.
Go never repeats. The game never repeats. So in the middle game and end game, it'll always be different. So you are supposed to learn the theories of each one and then figure out which one works on this board. And then you review, you gain more experience, and then your judgment improves. So for future games, you'll be able to make a better judgment call. So does that kind of make sense, the difference between these 2 points and what we're thinking about?
Yep. Yeah. And it also, I mean, it gives me a better perspective because I was seeing this in some of the earlier games as well, where the AI seemed to want me to play on a corner. And like, I guess just contesting it at some point because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just giving up too much not doing that. At least that's what it looked like, but I think this just kind of continues to reinforce that idea.
Pretty much, yeah. Um, you try to invade. So you're still looking at the cutting points? Yes.
Yeah.
Still trying to fix all this crap from that whatever function key. I really need to figure it out. I've done this like 5 times this week, and I don't know which one it is. And it's really irritating because I've closed all my windows from a misclick like 4 or 5 times in the last week, and I don't like it because it's right next to the backspace key, which is really annoying. Okay, you're trying stuff. I like that you're trying stuff, but this one is is one of the branches or one of the variations that I think you should know. Push to the edge.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting. Okay, this is all fine. You're trying stuff. So you're right now. You're just gaining experience. I think this is fine. Probably until 15Q, you can keep doing this. This one's too much. This one's not good. This one I think is below your level because you should know that 2 in a row is 1 eye and this is 1 eye and there's no cutting point. Correct?
Mhm.
So this is alive. So this one is now too much at this level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everything else, you're trying to create some sort of double Atari. You're trying to use the Aji. But this one is very obviously an I, so therefore this one is below your level. That's the one you need to stop doing now. The rest is all probably 15Q, and we're still learning, so that's fine. Make sure you're not doing the... Once you know that it doesn't work, that's when you stop doing it. That's the idea. Once you know it's done, you stop doing it. Before resigning, throw a stone at the 3-3. There's always something to learn. Like, right before, if you're going like, okay, this is too much, I'm going to resign, let's throw a stone at the 3-3 and then resign.
Okay.
You'll learn something, usually. Okay. Let's see. Invasions can be at the 3-3 or a third line approach to a single fourth line stone. Use the Ataris and cutting points to support the invasion, making I space. Okay. Defense is base, which is third line efficient. So bad at that one. I before E except after C, but this is after C. Yeah, whatever. Third line efficient I base. Then we run this. Go to the center or your friends to not get trapped against the edge. Then it is I space. Make the area you are surrounding as big as possible. And then it's vital point. Is going to be go problems. So, have you done the 3 space I?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I say vital point, there's a couple things I'm talking about. So the 3 space I think you should know this one by now, yeah? The center of the 3 stones makes the 2 I's. That is the vital point. Okay? So once you master this one, you're just going to add in one more space at a time. So we'll untoggle this beginner because for life and death specifically, you've gotten that one. So now we'll go to 4 space I. And then we'll figure out how this one works. And we'll learn that 4 spaces is typically alive because like that. And that's actually the one you've been struggling with in the last game was you didn't know that 4 space I's were alive. So this one is the next one because 2 is alive and 1 is alive. And then once you get that one, the one after that is going to be 5 space I and so on and so forth. Once it gets beyond 6 space I, it's making I's in general. So it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, making I's in general. And there's a 9 space I that I'm actually struggling with that I'm trying to learn. And then from there, anytime you feel like you are missing a false I, so that is, you think it's an I, but it's actually not, and you figure out the hard way, then you want to go over to this false I category. This one will help you train your eyes to know what is an I and what is not an I. So this one's a little bit more complex than the rest, but it's all the same thing of I'm trying to make 2 I's.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that?
No, I could keep. I'll work on those next.
Okay. Each of the shapes, each of the problems teach you a single concept, and those concepts are used at different parts of the game. So eyes are, of course, life and death. Nets and ladders are cutting points. The connections and cutting points are to teach yourself to see cutting points. Nets are ways to capture cutting stones. Ladders are a way to capture cutting stones. Pushing to the edge is a way to capture the cutting stone. And so, if you can solve those, then you can understand that your cut is not cuttable because you have a net or a ladder or whatever. And if you don't have anything, then you have to fix it. Or you can't cut your opponent because it's a net or a ladder or whatever. And if none of those exist, okay, you can cut your opponent. And then as you learn more and more and more, then you'll be able to get more moves, like we mentioned earlier. So that's kind of what you're doing is you're learning one shape at a time, and then we're learning how to apply it with game reviews.
Review started.
Okay. We are blocked this game. Okay, open side, side, and open side. All right, don't make 5th line territory. 4th line's the highest. So, when you have a framework, so we have like a position like this, you want to go 3rd line, 4th line, 3rd line. So if you have stones on both sides of you, on the same side, you go 4th line to develop. If you don't, you go 3rd line for safety. Once you have a position and you want to build it, build up with the 1 space jump.
Okay.
But if you try to seal it from the 5th line, it becomes very easy to invade it. So it's a lot harder to trap this against the edge because 3rd line is where all the eyes are. And here, if they play 3rd line, they only have 3 liberties, so you get to be a lot more aggressive. But if you play the 5th line, now they have 4 liberties and they're on the 3rd line, so it's a lot more room for white to live. So it's just more difficult, so it's unnecessary. Just play 4th line when you have support, 3rd line when you don't, and then when you build it, you can do it with 1 space jumps.
Okay.
Your opponent actually went in. Okay, so we trap him against the edge. Very good. Yep. Touch Nobi. You can Nobi up or Nobi down. But touch Nobi. Okay. Okay, so this one, the habit is correct. But if we... okay, so this is the answer. Let's only walk you through it. White cannot escape because of 3. There are cutting points, but if we cut this way, we are okay over here, and we are okay over here. There's no cut, so we have the base over here and the base over here. So cutting 2 living groups does not matter. If we cut this way, white is actually trapped. There's nowhere for white to go. If you feel not confident with this, then you can connect first, and this is still blocked. The reason this is important is because if you block it this way, white can escape to the corner where all the eyes are, and you can't block here now because of the cutting points. Versus if you connect this way, you can block, and there's no cutting point. So that was a lot, but that is the idea. Just take from that what you can. If you don't remember all of it, it's fine. We'll just get more examples as we play more games. But that is my thinking here, is that this move was not good because you could have done that or that.
Okay.
But concept-wise, you are correct. You're surrounding your opponent. It's fine. Not a huge deal. Just learn it one thing at a time. When you are reducing eye space, try to do it with sente shapes. So what that means is if you play here and your opponent blocks, you have to connect. But if you play here and your opponent blocks, you don't have to connect, so you can play the vital point first. If you play here, white gets to play the vital point first.
Oh, I'm like losing initiative if I do that.
Exactly. So when you're reducing eye space, try to do it in a way that you get to play the vital point first, if possible. It's not always possible, but if you have 2 options, pick the one that's sente. If possible, if it exists. But overall, you're doing good. This one you do not need. First line does not make eyes. You cannot surround anything on the first line. So if you're the attacker and there's no escape right here, then don't respond to the first line. They cannot live from the first line. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so as long as there's no friends over here that they're going to connect to, you don't have to respond to that.
Okay.
And then here, the shape is actually bulky 5. And we know that because it is here. One thing you'll notice is I'm not counting F13, and that is because the first line can't really surround it if they've lost the corner, so this is a false eye. It's okay if you don't get that right this second, but I'm just showing you, and whatever sticks, and then we'll just keep repeating stuff until it all sticks. But this one is a bulky
5 is
5 space
5
eye.
space.
5 space eye.
Okay.
Yep. And then you play the vital point of a 5 space eye, which means white is dead, and we know this from our Go problems. If you want to learn more about this, then this is 5 space eye, so you'll just work your way up to it. But because you're surrounding them, we're getting it to a life and death problem that we know, that we understand. Trying to do that from here is impossible, right? So surround them first, and then we can see what the shape is. That's what our goal is. Okay, this is a good effort. As we get up to 6 space eyes, we'll master this a little bit better. Okay, I think this is a very successful attack. Now, the reason white was able to get in and live so easily is because you played a 5th line move. But beyond that, your attack was very successful. Okay, did you feel good after this or no?
Yeah, I felt like maybe there was a way to kill it, but
Yeah,
and in the moment with the
there's
time,
there's always the
yeah,
AI move that can do better.
yeah,
So the question is, did you do good for you? Did you follow your principles? And
yeah,
I think
I
you
think
did.
so.
Yeah, I think you did. That's kind of the idea is we learn stuff and then we try to do it all. We try not to miss anything or drop anything. And then as we get good with those things, it's kind of like juggling. We have several ideas that we're juggling. And as we add on more, it becomes more difficult to juggle. And if we drop stuff, then we have to go back and pick it up and try again. And as we get better at the game, we're able to juggle more strategies, more balls. Um, and that's what you're doing. Is if you can just go through the entire game, keeping everything that you have and juggle it correctly, you've played a really good game. Win or lose, you played a really good game. And then you learn from it. And then as you develop your tactics and your skills, you can add on another ball or another tactic or another strategy or another shape. And then you just keep juggling and keep juggling. And as you can get more and more things, then you get stronger naturally because you just can handle more situations.
Mm.
So over here, I think you did as much as you could have with the information that you have. But now we've learned that fifth line is not the greatest place to make the area or starting to make the area. So next time you'll have a fourth line move and this might go a little bit better. Okay. So we are expanding. This is fine, but in this section there isn't really an open side. So we could look at the 3-3 or we can choose a reduction. A reduction is trying to play on White's line of influence. What that means is going as far as we can to push White's influence down while keeping our escape route open. Because if we get surrounded, it's an invasion, and that's a terrible invasion point. So, common shapes for that are going to be shoulder hits, the shoulder of a stone. This is an armpit hit because it's too close to the edge. It can be surrounded and it stinks. So, don't play armpits.
Okay.
Capping moves. So, shoulder hit, capping moves, shoulder hit, um, shoulder hit, shoulder hit, shoulder hit. Now, you can see some of these are much deeper than the others. So this is where the judgment call comes in. You need to make sure that you're doing the ones that you have that you can confidently escape. So I would say let's stick to these. But this one, you can say, I can go deeper than that one. I don't want to do that one. So I would say these four are some good ones. Maybe you feel more comfortable with these three. But do you see how we like narrowed it down? We gave ourselves two concepts, shoulder hits and caps, and then we're trying to make sure our escape routes stay open. And so we pick the ones that kind of go deep, but also we feel confident that we can run away to our friends. That limits White's potential to develop. Does that make
Yeah, that
sense?
makes sense. It does. I mean, for the cap, is it always a one space?
Yes.
Um, okay.
There is another shape. When you cap a one space jump, it is here. And this is because when White runs with a one space jump, this one is not good if there's another one space jump because that's the double peep. If it's just this, then you can just connect. But if
Mhm.
there's two, then there's two spots to be cut, and that's not good. So because of that, when we have I lost my variation. When we have a one space jump, the way to move from a one space jump up is to actually play a double knight's move. This is because now it's a tiger's mouth, so it cannot be double peeped. So this is how a one space jump moves. So that means that is also going to be our capping move. That is taking it away from White.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay?
That's a lot, but
No worries.
I see the idea.
Just remember what you can. I don't expect you to remember 100% of every lesson.
Okay.
As long as you can remember like 40%, then we'll just keep doing game reviews. But yeah, just if you don't remember the one space jump stuff, then just remember cap as one space jump above something. And then you can learn.
Okay.
We can work on the rest of the stuff later. Shoulder hits and caps, though. That is how we can reduce. Okay. And remember, we also have the invasion points. 3/3 approach fourth line. This is not approach fourth line because it's a touch. Touches are not the right concept. The different concept. So these are our 5 options. And remember, every single game is going to be unique. So this is up to your judgment and experience. So try them all and figure out which ones go well, which ones don't. right? Try to review what made it go well, what made it not go well. And as you do that, you'll gain more experience to know what might happen. And then you can use your judgment for the one that is most likely to work. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that's the one note from this game. I don't remember it completely. Was that at some point it kept wanting me to invade, but I just never did.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and
so
that's because there's no open sides anymore. There's nowhere else for you to kind of build that's bigger than the bottom. And that's kind of wise. There's no open sides, and our opponent's framework is bigger. Let's go to theirs. If yours is bigger, build yours. Okay, block. Don't go to the first and second line until after you've settled this border in the center. If it's your eye space, that is different. But if it's just territory, settle this center stuff first.
okay.
Once the center is settled, then we go to the edges. First and second line. I specifically first and second line. Okay, and we do need to learn when we can Hane and when we can't, because Hane clearly blocks better when it doesn't get cut. But if it gets cut, it's gonna everything dies. So that's kind of the difference here. Is you get more if you can read the cut. Don't push diagonals, bad habit. This is already blocked, and you're just gonna make white stronger. So now let's try to push this border. Push, push, push. And this kind of uses our 9x9 shapes where we push the border, push the border. There's no obvious cutting point. Maybe you can push right here, but I don't see anything that immediately works. So we're going to save it for later. And now we can go to our first and second line moves. Like here, block, and then maybe white goes, white blocks, we block. Okay, and now we'll wrap up the last little center moves, and then the game's finished. And then you might 3-3, and then pass. Did that kind of give a rough idea of what to expect?
It did, yeah.
Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, you're practically doing the same thing. Okay, this one is not good. This isn't a Hane. This is a Tiger's Mouth. Tiger's Mouths are not cuttable. I think the Tiger's Mouth is one of your blind spots. So keep an eye out for that as you review. If you see a Tiger's Mouth being suggested, try to like pay extra attention because it's one of your blind spots. So the more you see it, the more likely you are going to see it in a game. And since you are having trouble seeing it, then you need to review and have it shown to you as many times as possible. So just pay special attention if the AI recommends a Tiger's Mouth or not. And like try to like take it in a little bit more because it is one of your blind spots. Ooh, Tiger's Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shape is just going to haunt you for a while. But it's okay. We'll learn it a little bit at a time. I wonder if there's a specific Go problem that deals with Tiger's Mouth. I know squeezes can use the weaknesses of Tiger's Mouth because of the low liberties. Maybe the connection and cut problems. Yeah, that's probably it because this one is a self-Atari. So even if it's not, even if you don't notice the Tiger's Mouth, you should notice that this is a self-Atari. This is going to still be connection and cut problems and capture problems. Connection, cut, and capture. Because this one you should not be playing even regardless of the Tiger's Mouth because you only have one liberty.
Mm.
Okay, end game is good. Okay, try to cut. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, just keep trying stuff. It's fine. Okay. This one's not good because you can just be trapped like this. Okay, you've noticed, but this one is bad. This one doesn't really help you in any way if there is no cut. So let's pass. What do we see? We see a cut right here. We push it to the wall. Cut right here. We push it to the wall. Okay, so this one is going to be more cut problems. That way you can try to cut yourself in your head and say, is there a problem or not? And if there's a problem, fix it. If not, then you don't have to, you get another move. Or in this case, pass. Now, at the end of the game, if there's nothing else to do, then you don't lose a point. That's fine. but I would like you to build the confidence to know if a cut works or not.
Okay.
This is Chinese rule, yeah? Yep, okay. So let's take a quick look at one more.
Review
Game,
started.
not too bad. I want you to consider less than 40 points is a very close game.
Less than 40? Okay.
Yep. As you get stronger, you'll reduce that number just a little bit by a little bit. At single digit Q, it's like less than 30 is a close game. And that reason for that is a single mistake can almost make up that entire value.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay, and now bottom side. Nope. You are connected. You have a base. You are not cuttable. This is not a cutting point because it's a ladder, so we cannot cut black. So we move on to the big move. Big move is open side, so it's either going to be the top or the bottom. And we can approach a fourth line or 3-3 or 3-3. So I would say black's is clearly past the Tingen line, so I would just go destroy theirs. I don't think you can build something bigger than black. This one is a little bit of a chicken move.
Okay. And so if I do play big move and they continue on that corner,
Where?
do I then
So if
let's
you play
say
a big move,
yeah.
and they go here,
Yeah, like if
then
they do
disconnect.
something like that. Okay, so keep working there.
Yeah, you've already gotten the Tanuki, now it's okay. But
Okay.
if you respond and black gets to play first, then that's different.
I see.
If you don't have to respond, don't respond, because that's a free move. Okay, good, but third line on your opponent's side. Fourth line is develop, third line is safety. And since it's your
Mhm.
opponent's side, you want to be safe. Try not to invade directly in the center if you don't have a 2 space on both sides. Remember, for a base, 1 stone jumps 2. If you're on your opponent's side, you need 2 options. So that way, if your opponent takes 1, you have the other. Your opponent takes 1, you have the other. But in this case, this one's a touch. So you only have 1. So of course, your opponent's going to take that away from you. So therefore, your follow-ups are not going to be as good. So then we need to use invasion tactics instead of big move tactics because we just don't have enough room. In that case, approach a fourth line, 3-3, approach a fourth line, and 3-3. So you want to use invasion tactics if you cannot have a base.
Okay.
Maybe this is okay. I kind of want you to play a base on the bottom, though. I kind of want you to get to that third line and start making ice space. Hey, touch Nobi, very good. Go to the third line, though. There's no escape route here. In this case, you can't really go that way. If you could,
Okay.
cool, but if you can't, you need to get to the third line. So try to take
And
that into account.
if I played the third line and they touch, then I go up?
No, you can't escape, so therefore you need ice space.
Okay.
If you could escape, sure. But do you think that you can escape over here or over here?
No.
Probably not. Now, this is up to your judgment call, because you're the one, you won't be able to like ask me in the middle of a game. So if you think you could escape, sure. If you don't, third line.
Okay.
But touch Nobi and it's fine. If you can, touch Nobi is the first thing, but if you can, as soon as possible, you want a 1-point jump. This is because this is going 2 lines at a time instead of 1 line at a time. However, you do have to read the cutting point. Okay. Now here, connections are better, but Tiger's Mouths are really good at 2-purpose moves. So the way this works is the 1-point jump is very flexible, because when you play Tiger's Mouth and your opponent cuts the 1, you sacrifice it to break out. Okay, so once again, I jump. If my opponent tries to cut me, then I fix with a tiger on the inside where my group is, stay on the group, and sacrifice that 1 space jump in order to break out because they can't stop you because of all the cutting points. That 1 stone really helps you break out. So they usually should not cut you. Therefore, a 1 space jump you can consider connected as long as you have that kind of idea that I can just use it to break out. If you don't understand that, Nobi, and then 1-point jump when it becomes a little bit easier to read. So if you can make this a net on some level, then that's fine. If you can't, okay, maybe Nobi 1 more time. And then 1 space jump if it wasn't a touching move. until you can read that you are not cuttable. That is the key.
Okay.
As soon as you realize you're not cuttable, you can go 2 lines instead of 1 line. But it's up to your kind of like go problems if you can read it or not. So again, the more go problems you do, the more moves you get, or the faster you can move. Okay, if they do this, just turn left because you're cutting them. There's a wall right here, so maybe it's okay to run right. But either way, this is typically a very bad shape for black because they're cut off. So low liberties, low liberties. A lot of bad things can happen to black if that happens. But running over this way is also okay because you're trying to get to an open section. Either way, just don't get cut. Here, one space jump is definitely the answer because if they go here, Atari, connect, connect. This one I think is easy enough to read, so we want to go 2 lines, not 1 line. Got to learn to love our 1-point jumps. I don't like this. You chose to go right, and now you're changing your mind. Stick to a direction. If you keep changing your mind left or right, you're not going to get anywhere. This is good. Don't push diagonal. That does not help you. You want to get to the 3rd line and surround space. Okay. Good. Protect your cut. You are not the attacker. Ish, maybe. I don't know. Like, there's a lot to take in that I don't know how much you see. But I'm assuming your mind is playing defense, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we should be blocking the eye space and expanding the eye space somehow. Technically, black is the weak one, but I'm not sure how many things that you can see right now. So if your brain's at defense, then it should be block the eye space. Oopsie daisy.
Yeah.
Here you need to connect because you need to stay here to keep the eye space. You go here, you have a cutting point. Oopsie daisy. Ooh, nice. Cool trick here. You can go here. This is better.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Black connects, capture.
Yeah.
Black has to fix, and then you connect. So a little above your level, but the more you see tricks, the more inspiration you get in the future. This is a false eye, because again, 1st line. This is a false eye. So this doesn't help you live, therefore it is small. So if you're trying to live, eye space, try to get up to that 3rd line. If you're seeing the cut up here, you want to fix that cutting point. Connections are better unless you have a secondary purpose. In my mind, it's this. If you see the attack, you can start surrounding black here or steal the eye space. So it's up to whatever you can see or not see. Fixing the cut is very good. You can technically Atari and then fix the cut, and then the stone's cut off. Okay, connecting is good. Okay, this one is not necessary, as if black cuts, you Atari, and push to the edge. That is going to be more cut problems. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up some notes. So we're going to do... Let's do 23... 23i, 24i, and 25i problems. So this is your initial life and death shapes. Okay, and if you can master those, then you'll pretty much know all the life and death up to 19 except for like a 6-space eye, but we're not worried about that too much. You still need connections. We'll do 20 connection, 20 cut, and 20 capture. The idea here is we're looking at the things that you have made mistakes on. So the capture is because you played self-Ataris. Cuts, you are seeing them very good. We just need to keep improving that reading so we can see which ones work, which ones don't. Same with the connection. We need to see which connections work, which ones don't. So these 3 are all about your attack and defense. These 3 are for your life and death for after a group is surrounded. That is when you apply these 3 shapes. You surround it and you say, what shape is it? So you don't quite know 4 space and 5 space yet. So that is why we're adding these on. You do know 3 space, but I want you to just get more comfortable with it. So that's why we're keeping doing these. So this one is just you're doing drills. And the rest of so these 3 are drills, 3 eyes drills. 4 and 5 is learn the shape and then do it again as a drill is the idea. So when you first do a set, try it, and if you don't get it, just look at the answer and just try to analyze it, understand it. And then the second time, maybe you have to do it again, but by the third time, I want you to be able to solve it on your own, and what you're doing is just trying to get faster and faster and faster. So does that kind of make sense?
Yep, yeah, that does. And then should I continue on with 13 by 13?
Yeah, I don't. I think there's still several concepts to learn on the 13 by 13, especially the self-atari. The self-atari cannot happen once we move to 19 by 19. We need to be beyond that.
Okay.
Connections and cuts, we need these to be mastered on the second and third line, because on 19 by 19, we're going to have to worry about center cuts. So we cannot be messing up the side cuts. We need to know those and then add on center cuts, because the center on the 19 by 19 is much larger. So I think we still want to do some 13 by 13 until we can master a little bit more attack and defense stuff. Let's look at your game history. How many games are you playing at a time? Oh, it looks actually like a good count. Looks like about 5 a day. Nice. Good job. Keep doing that. Keep doing
Okay.
it. It looks like your game count is doing good. So usually, you can work your way out of the beginner phase ish in about 100 to 200 games. So I'd say you're on a good track. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. You're only at 55 games. So just keep pumping this number up. You want to go to like 1 or 200, and then you could feel like, hey, I'm out of the beginner phase kind of thing. But that is kind of some numbers to shoot for. So a cool thing is we don't really want to stress about the rank. We want to stress about the effort that we're putting in. So this is the number we care about. We want this to slowly grow, which you are doing. So I think that's really good. And this will grow naturally. This number right here, it'll grow on its own. So don't stress about that one. That's just giving us something to know that we're growing. But this is the one we want, and then this is the homework that we want. And then just practice, 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 practice. Any questions?
Okay. No, I'll just continue grinding with that. It's gonna be like I was looking for availability on the next 2 weeks, but I wasn't able to find anything, so it'll probably be 2 weeks before I get my next lesson in.
Yeah, I just
So I'll
sold
just kind of continue to play.
several bundles for Christmas, so I have a lot of new students now. So a lot of people are booking lessons. I have
Okay.
people booked out until the end of January, actually. No, I actually have some people have booked out the first week of February. Holy crap! So yeah, get the ones booked when you can. And if you have trouble, just let me know. But yeah, good luck in your games, and I will see you when I see you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. And I am losing my voice. Okay. $12.28. I hope I'm not trying to get sick. That would suck. My throat feels very sore today. All right, and that one is good to go. The next lesson is in 1 hour. So we have open game reviews. And I think I will probably go offline for the next 2 lessons just because I don't want to be on camera for that long. Sometimes I need to take a break and eat dinner and do other stuff. So yeah, I will go ahead and stream for 1 more hour with open game reviews, and then probably hop off for the last lesson. So yeah, if you have questions, let me know. Okay, Cthulhu, I'll go ahead and grab your game. And before we move on, I want to fix the chat on this game scene because it is not working. Okay. Where's the chat? Chat. I do not have a chat. Do I not have a chat? How does this one have a chat? That sucks. That sucks. Okay. We're gonna need to go to Stream Elements then. Awesome. Yeah. It's great to play with friends. I love how fast people improve. If you learn with a friend, you improve a lot faster. Especially if you guys are on the same rank, but even if you're not, if you catch that friend up to you and you both keep going, that little friendly rivalry actually pushes you both forward really fast. So if you learn Go with a friend, I think you'll improve much faster than. Hopefully that lesson helped you learn more about teaching people. Yeah? Okay, this one, let's duplicate it, I think. Nice. Awesome. Happy to hear it. Okay, I want all of this to hide. Hide this one, which did. Find the delete button. Okay. I need image of the billboard scene. Yeah, I'm supposed to do this offline, and then apparently I didn't. So mistakes were made. Oh, actually, I can turn the music back on now. Where's the blast? There it is. That one. Oh. Upload. Submit. $19.20 by 1080 and Chatama chat. No, not that one. That gun. Okay. We're gonna lock that one. We're going to unlock this one. That right here. Okay, that one. Well, we can and see how it'll go. Okay. And we're going to hide the background. Save this. Copy the link. Go back to this scene. Add an image. No, we don't need an image. We need a browser source. I lied. Wait, I'm on the wrong scene. Hold on. Gotta go back to this one. Turn off the switcher. Back to this one. Add a browser source. And ta-da! You guys should be able to talk now. Or at least your talk should now show up. Hopefully. Alright, and with that, let's go back to the first game. Oh. The math is not mathing. 85-55, black wins by 5. The math is not mathing. Oh, because black didn't do the thing. Okay, you didn't click all the dead zones. I understand. I was getting all confused on how it got to that. Gotcha. Already? Hey, thank you for the sub, waifu. Don't tell Kara that we're dating. Okay, reviewing for black. Boom. Go high when you have support on both sides. You are developing the top. Very good. Okay, very good. I like it, I like it, I like it. Ooh, close. Cut. Because you cannot be cut. Thanks to your move, you have already fixed the cutting point. So chance missed. Okay, very nice big move. Good timing too. Good. Touch Shinobi. You're surrounding the group. Okay, good. Very nice. Very nice. Doing great. Cut. Or connect. Sorry. Connect and connect. Didn't you just watch that short I released like right before the stream? Come on, slacker. Connections are better than Tiger's Mouths. But like a lot of your moves are doing really, really well. It's just this one and that one so far. So you've actually played a lot of moves really well. Good. Everything's looking good. Okay. Ooh, you even played this one correct. Nice. Why are you 17Q? Where's the 17Q moves? 17Q, where are you? Oh, there it is. Capturing the cutting stone, very good shape. But you're not weak, white is. If you get cut, Atari, you can Atari your way out. But interestingly enough, you can also Atari, and then Atari, and then Atari. This one's too much. Okay, that one's too much. Then connect. So all of your stuff is pretty okay. There's actually ways to make that even better, but it's fine. I do like that you're fixing your cutting points. I do like you're fixing cutting points. Very good habits. Your game is doing very good. Looking for these timings takes practice, but this is what's going to cause you to win, like instantly, is if you can catch these timings. Oh no, this one's not good. It is not a cutting point. It is not cuttable in any way. Very chicken. You're missing your winning chances. You are definitely playing above 17Q, but you're not catching these win opportunities. Or at least in this game, you're not. This is a dead shape. Is there any way to not make it a dead shape? I go here, and then here. No, that's a living shape. My concern is if I play the bulky 5, white can make this a ko. But I guess even if you just do this, and white lives, then the corner's gonna die. Half the corner's gonna die. Okay, anyway, you get to attack white. I don't care if you kill it, as long as you attack it. But chicken move. Missed a winning chance. Are you developing here? I'm assuming that's what you're doing. The shape for this 2 space is to shoulder hit the outside and jump back. Typically, we develop with 1 space jumps, which from a 1 space jump would be here. And then this one's so strong, you can go 2. But I think this one would be a lot easier of a game. For sure. I think this would make your game a lot easier, because you're already like halfway across the board. So if you secure the cash and just make it, hey, if you go here, I'm going to get the cash over here. You go here, I'm going to get the cash over here. I think this makes an easier game, but it's only because everything else is so strong. So on this particular board, I'd probably just do that. Good, surround the stones, don't get snapback. Yep, very good. Surround the stones, you can double Hane this, but okay. Odd move. If you're playing defense, it's here. You don't make a base on the 5th line. Was it a snapback? Yes, this is a snapback. Nope. You were correct. This one is not the right shape. Also, a little bit bad timing. It doesn't matter, because you're on Atari too. 1-1, white's turn. Keep doing the snapback problems. But no, you responded correctly there. Cut chance! Chansu! White is much weaker because this is your wall. You can take a little bit of risk. You are the strong one here, so you can take that little bit of risk. Yeah, I think your big moves and defense, great. Perfectly good, way above your level. But you're missing the win opportunities. So I think all you have to do is just keep playing the way you're playing and be patient and look for the chance moves and then trust yourself and go for them. Make sure you're not going to instant die, but if you're not going to instant die, trust you're fighting when you're the strong one. And just look for those win chances. I think that's all you really need. This is really bad. Don't secure something that small. The point of these 1 space jumps is to build a framework to attack something. Do not get caching on the inside in Gote. This is incredibly small. You want white to go in here and attack it. If white's never going to go in there, then this is not big enough to build. Make it something white has to go in. And then you get to attack something and cash out in Sente. But if you have to cash out in Gote like this, this is 2, 4, 6 points. This is already yours. That's not points. This is only 6 points in Gote. Super duper small. This one's good. Make your opponent have to deal with the top. Okay. This one's better, so that way you don't have to fix, but I don't care. It's fine. Don't get cut, it's fine, yada yada yada. Okay, very good. I think this one would look a lot scarier. Because White's like, okay, I can't give him 50 points. I gotta go in until you have something to attack this stone a lot closer with. This is not bad, though. Not bad. Good, Tanuki. No! No! Chance move! Your opponent screwed it up! Oh! You peeked! Your opponent didn't fix! You gotta punish. Yeah, you're missing 3 winning chances now. Okay, still, you cut this, which is good. All you have to do is surround and cash out. Okay. Fine. You've cashed. Very good. Good profit. Good. Good shape here. And more profit. Nice. Are you winning? Yeah, you're winning. No, this is great. Good profit here. Good, good, good profit. Okay, this one is too small. The idea here is when the position, we don't worry about that life and death. When the position is smaller than 1 center quadrant, it's too small. Go for the endgame. It has to be 2 center quadrants, or go for the endgame. You can keep attacking this, like they're saying, but I don't really care about that. You've surrounded it, you've sealed it, it's White's problem. Let White kill themselves, they're much better at it. So these are too small. So in this case, you have 2 things to work on. One is your endgame timing is a little bit late. And 2, the winning opportunities. Who cares? Just finish the game close and you're fine. Don't let them connect. Oops. Boom, this one gets cut. Boom, boom, boom. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. So this is the weakness of the kick. When you block this way, the cut is here. There's more, but just learn this one first. Learn this one first. That is the shape to block that. Otherwise, block this way. My concern is this move. I can go here, kill it from the second line, but there's a connection. So in this case, you're fine. In this case, block because you can't kill it. Okay, there's a shape there, and that's what put you behind, is because you didn't know this pattern. But that's fine. There's only one thing, right? That does not make this game bad by any means. You just learned a new shape. I think you played much better than White. You're just missing those opportunities. Nice, good reading. Chicken move. This is more important. Don't lose these. This one, there's an annoying cut right here, but White's gonna die, but that's irrelevant. That's a different read. That's a different read. I gotta read that one first. Okay, fine. I understand the cutting points are a problem. Maybe here is better, actually. This one, now there's no cut. Okay, this one is the one way to fix it. Solve the cutting points in a way that also connects these cutting points, if possible. Oh, your opponent helped you. Oh, nice. Good end game. Good, 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 good. This one is a clamp, because it traps it. I don't care about that. No, your opponent ignored you. Go. If you play on the first line and they ignore you, jump and let that monkey loose. That's a lot. This is not Sente. Let that monkey go. Let it go to town on your neighbor's house. It'll make yours feel a lot better. Hey, this is going to be an endgame to Suji. Which in this particular case you can go here, but If you do the in-game problems, you'll learn this co. That's a chicken move, as it just goes this way, right into these two stones. So keep doing cut problems. Ah, you're worried about that and that. This is going to be a ladder problem, because if you push them one more, then you can ladder it. But understandable. That one is a chicken move. You have 3 liberties, not 2. It's 2 liberties when the Tsujis happen. If you have 3, you're okay. Lock. You're getting a lot of chicken moves at the very end here. So, in game and get monkeys, not chickens. Monkeys are better. Get the monkeys. The chickens are killing you. White self-ataried. White self-ataried, and then you blocked it. No, I get it. Go is a long game. You are not the only one whose game quality drops after move 100. Trust me. This isn't correspondence, is it? That's a live game. Okay. Many people do this. It's not just you. But it is something you have to work on to get past it. So if you are fixing from a self-atari, that means your brain's too tired and you need to do more go problems. Okay, so in-game and chance moves. That's the lesson. And hopefully you find it helpful. Oh, Emirates, you actually had a question. Let me check. Okay, they have not been added, so I'll have to actually go digging for it. But you have plenty, I'm sure. You're fine. Just book a lesson when you want. You've also donated like a crap ton. I don't care. Book a lesson when you want. That's my profile, not yours. I misspelled your name. No, I didn't. I forgot the freaking 99. That time I misspelled your name. Amaranth, right? No, Amber. Sorry, I was making an Amaranth joke and then I couldn't spell. Yeah, you have 8 more. At least. At least 8 more. Okay. Yep, well, that is the information. Do with it what you will. And I'm going to do with this game what I will. You probably have more if you've been subscribed. I just have to go count them. But like I said, you're fine. Just schedule lessons when you... If I start caring a lot about it, or we get like really close to 0, then I'll just look. Okay. Fix the cutting points. In this case, it's actually here because we want this high. Second line should mean you're doing something wrong. Okay. Where's your base? Approach from 1 space away. Approach from 1 space away. Stop being cool. Okay. But you're building up, but you need the extension before you build up. I don't know where, though. Really awkward shape. Maybe here. You need this and then build up. Without that, your opponent has a very easy invasion. You gotta take away the Miai base first. Cool. Capture the stone. If this doesn't do all that much, get rid of that ladder breaker. It's a very nice exchange. Okay, this is a bad idea. You know that there's a ladder here. You know it works. So why are you giving your opponent a target to get ladder breakers and Sente? Probably, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, what the fudge? Okay, still doesn't work, Still good. No, peep that. Peep. Put that into an empty triangle. Don't give that a Panuki. This power Nuki's touching you. So, it's a cutting point. Fix it this way. Better yet, fix it this way because it's Sentai. Yeah, you don't have to directly fix if there's other ways to do it that get you more points. Wait. Did White miss the opportunity? White did. Oh, and this is why we want to get rid of that ladder breaker. Very nice. Okay, I like that you're building this. That's a very good global thinking, but you need to take away this Miai base. It would just make your life a lot easier. This isn't bad, but like, it would make your life you picked this direction. Stay consistent. Stay consistent. How are these two stones working together? Consistent. Kill your opponent by letting them die inside. No, cut first, then do it. Surround it first, then take the ice base. Just run. Right? I might just be wrong. This actually might be more powerful. Okay, I might just be wrong. Take the liberty. Liberties are important. Liberties are important. Liberty. Okay. This is dead. You gotta fix. Why? Isn't this just dead? Am I misreading? No, it's just dead. Just feel the gutting stones. Oh, that is such a freaking huge difference. It's like a 30-point difference. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's compare. White has 2, 4, 6 points. Black has no influence right here. Black has 2, 4, let's say 6, 5-ish points. And all of this influence, which is like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points of influence-ish. Maybe more. So 21. I'm sorry, it wasn't 30. 21 plus more potential. At least 21 plus future potential. I'm gonna say 30. Feels like a nice 30. Huge difference. Now, it does come with a cost, which is this corner. You lost the liberty. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I was judging this as a 9Q. Yeah, you have to give that up. It's a mistake tax. But that was nice. Just win the game. What more do you want? This is nothing. Just seal it. It's yours. Maybe here. Just shut the door. Shut the door of the bank and keep the money. Have you not seen any bank, like, in the world? Probably United States. I don't know. There might be good banks outside of this country. But either way, if you want to make a profit, you gotta, like, take away their potential for money. This is very slow. Make that... This is in-game on the left. This is... You win the game on the... Here. It's a mistake, but it's not obvious. Yeah, okay. That's why. You just go here. Yeah, it's very easy. It was very easy for you to miss, and your opponent found it, but didn't know that they found it. Very interesting. Win the blasted game! What more? What more do you want? How much bigger could you possibly make this? This is nothing. This is Dame. There you go. In-game, in-game, in-game. Now we're getting somewhere. This is not in-game because you can jump right here. Therefore, there is nothing there. See, if the opponent is... If the enemy is dead, you cannot have any rival enemies. So if the in-game doesn't exist, or if the territory doesn't exist, you don't need the in-game. You don't need defense if they're dead. If there's no territory, you don't need in-game. It makes sense in my head. Okay, you win. Very, very big. Alright, quick, one more. One more, quick. Okay, then push. Even if you can't jump, push. The higher line is better in-game. So if you have the option between a first line Sentei and a second line Sentei, take the second line Sentei. But if you can jump and you're alive, then it's fine. Just review yours, someone else. One person per stream, or one per stream. Questions are also fine. I can elaborate on questions or points. Concepts. Only a little bit of time left. Let me teach you guys what I can. Oh, shout out to my lessons and crap. You know the thing I need to do to make a living? Yeah, question. I'm sure it won't be anything sarcastic at all. You're talking about the one in the well? Neither. I think it's gonna be neither. It's gonna be the first time, and it's not gonna be a one-shot. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking one-shot was like one-turn kill. Never mind. Probably a one-shot. I do not think it'll be a one-turn kill, but I don't think she'll die. Probably. I don't know, Cthulhu. I have trouble keeping up with the pro scene since I'm constantly coding. But if it comes up in the game reviews, I'll likely see it. Or if you guys see it and want me to look at it, then I'm happy to elaborate the points. Like, there's likely moves that I don't know, but if you show me, then I could probably elaborate on what they do. So, like, if you see it, then if you see the Taisha and stuff, like, bring it to a review. Burn the eggs. Oh, yeah. So, I was really going all out looking for all the lore and reading, like, every book that I came across. And, I went in there and I'm like, okay, we're doing fine. And then I saw it and I was like, we're gonna come back to this. we're gonna finish this later. Like, I've got this. Look, I got lucky that I even found it. Also, I'm the one who took the leap of faith. I was very proud of myself for coming up with the idea, considering what happens normally in video games when you do that. I felt so smart for thinking that there must have been something there. I'm like, I'm a genius. She didn't catch that. No, because I had the foresight to, like, if I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna take Featherfall.
No, not the first time.
Oh, the first
Not
time?
the first
I quick saved! And I was like, okay, there's something here, so I'm going to use a scroll to get down safely. Okay, I might have splatted. That's right. I was like,
I was about to say.
I am going to figure this out one way or the other. Hey, welcome, Karun Andy. Sure, we can do that. The worst thing that happened in my run was in Last Light, I believe. I believe that was the name of that freaking town. And I'm sure you can imagine. I made the wrong decision. Okay, I do. I really do. But I really wanted to jump, okay? I threw my pride out the window so I could jump in a hole. Okay, we're doing Co's. Co's. Bada boom. Okay. Oh. Conveniently it fits, so we'll just leave it there. Oh. So, we're looking for a Co, right? If we connect, we know the 3 in a row is dead. So we need to play the Vital Point. And if we play the Vital Point, we lose a stone. But if we win the Co, now we're alive. So it is a Co to see if I'm dead or not. So the Co means I'm trying to get 2 moves in a row. You didn't save the little girl? Listen, I murdered an entire town, and I feel like yours is worse. I'm just saying. Yep. Okay, so we're looking for the Co. If I go here, then I get... Sorry, there's nothing I can do. So I need 2 moves in a row. Same shape, but I just take the outside first, because if I go here, my opponent will make the second eye. So I do this, so it's a snapback. And then I try to get a liberty so I can do this snapback. Same here. I'm setting up the snapback, which, same thing here. And I'm trying to get 2 moves in a row. 2 moves in a row. If I go here, it's going to be a Seki, so I'm trying to prevent the Seki and make it a bulky 5. Or capture. Does this help you get started? Hopefully this is making sense. Fun fact, this is a 3-3 Joseki. I actually gotta count the liberties. Hold on. Dot, 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 dot. I have 2 on the outside, so white has to take the outside at some. I always screw this one up. I don't know why this one always gets me. Because I keep trying to make an eye, that's what it is. It's when I don't know it's a ko that it always freaking gets me. If I go here, go for that. If I go here, it's go for that. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So yeah, and last light, I was like, all right, guys, you want me to go undercover? I'm down. I'm gonna go undercover. And then this dude broke in, and I was like, oh crap, I don't want to blow my cover, but I also don't want to betray her right in front of her. So I chose to remain silent to see how it would play out. That was the wrong decision. And everyone died. And I was like, mistakes were made. I felt terrible, but I didn't want to scum save. It wasn't a hole that I was willing to jump down, so therefore it wasn't cool enough. Jumping down a hole, to me, is more valuable than saving an entire town of people. I'm just saying. Yeah, that happened. So in the next playthrough, I was like, I'm befriending this chick. She's going to stay alive. I'm going to do what freaking ever I have to do. She's on my side. I'm on her side. She's going to, whatever consequences happen, I'm keeping her alive and I'm taking her side. She deserves it after what I did. And then I stole her weapon by accident. We were in the middle of a fight. I was on her side this time, okay? And I used a stun spell. And it must have hit her instead of the enemy because they're right next to each other, and I thought I hit him. He dropped his weapon, and I'm like, get the weapon so he doesn't have it. Stole the weapon. It was hers. And I was like, crap. So I tried to give it back, but she didn't know that she lost it because NPCs are stupid. So I tried to pickpocket her and put it back in, but it didn't do anything, and so her weapon was permanently gone because she doesn't know that she got it back. And so I kind of just left it in her inventory and walked away in shame. I am just cursed to betray that woman. In-game puzzles. So a lot of these are just trying to look at the 2 eyes. Like, what do you need to make 2 eyes? Black's gonna die otherwise. The other ones were like, take 2 eyes. You need 2 moves in a row to take the 2 eyes. So all of these are just life and death problems, and you're trying to get 2 moves in a row to live because there's not enough space. So it's a ko instead of... Did I screw it up? Did I just screw it up? Okay, didn't screw it up. Didn't screw it up. Either way, it's a cut. Scared myself. You're trying to take the eyes, so it's a life and death problem. Whoever wins the code gets the result. Okay. In-game. The end game is all about keeping Sente. So obviously he's trying to teach you second line cuts as well. So if you know those, cool. So make sure you know the second line cuts, how to finish the borders, blah, 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 blah. As we get stronger. Okay. Okay. At some point. All right, here. There's second line cut or there's 1 point. So fix the second line cut. And then get the point. All right, this one is the first example of what I'm saying. You have 2 in-game options. If you play here, white blocks, you fix. White gets to go first. But if you play here, there's a cut, so white has to fix, and then you get to go first. So you're playing the Sente before the Gote. Sente, because of this cutting point, then the Gote. Block. 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 Second line cut. Misclick. Cut. Take. Come on, give me more. There we go. Okay, this one doesn't matter. They're both double Sente. Doesn't matter. Come on. Give me the more difficult ones. Why do I have so many problems for beginners to help them? Here, they're both double Sente, so it's fine. Means Sente for both sides. This one is a second line cut. Okay, this one we have options. This one, obviously, white's going to break in. This one, if white pushes, we can block. So this one is the one that's more in danger. Fix, fix, and then we can block. This one, if we play, it's Gote on both. But if white plays, this one's Sente, this one's Gote. So we take the Sente one away from white. Hello, Jamex. Okay, we're blocking. Fix second line cut. Block. Cute, just push the border. Fix second line cut. Block. This one is a Tsuji. This is a common mistake that people will make. So this one's trying to teach you how to punish this in-game mistake. Same with this one. When there's 2 liberties and they try to block, there's a cut that activates, that traps them. If you get to a problem like this and you're like, I don't understand it, go into the Explorer and try to look through it and try to just understand like what they're doing and why it works. And if you still don't understand it, ask someone. We have several Discord streams, blah, blah, blah. And this one is about breaking in. This one is punishing that second line cut again. This one is block. This one is just get that extra point. This one is saving your monkey. That's the monkey jump, but we're saving it. This one's just the double Sente. Get the point, and then fix. This one's a little tricky. If you play here and white takes, it's 1 point for white and a stone loss for us, so it's 2 points. But if you play here, we lose 2, white loses 1, and white doesn't get the point, so it's only 1 point. Therefore, 1 is less than 2, so we gain 1 point, or we take away 1 point from white. It's just a little tricky. Fun problem. Fix second line cuts. These second line cuts are the big keys. Second line cuts and then punish these when they activate. Watch your second line cuts, and if they give you a second line cut to Tsuji, take it. Atari before you fix. Just mastering these second line cuts. That's kind of what all of these are. You really want to master these second line cuts. This one is just... But I think we're probably beyond the... what are we talking about? This one, if you guys don't know... This one, if you don't know how to capture this stone that runs on the first line, once you get 2, you play a net. That's how you can capture that stone on the first line. Okay, you said something about clamp? What was the clamp? I have no idea which one you're talking about. There wasn't a clamp. Oh, get to. Okay. How did this one get to 3 stars? Lamp. Lamp. Learning monkeys. Learning monkeys. Learning endgame. Don't fall for the trap. This one? This is all about getting this Atari instant type. This one, if I play the nose and they turn, I can Atari. So they have to take, and I can connect to destroy the points. Alright, I am out of time, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream today. And I will have to get off and do the listen, and I will see you guys next time.